Have you ever wondered how to identify a real diamond? Diamonds are among the most coveted stones in the world, and for good reason. Their unique beauty, rarity, and the craftsmanship that goes into cutting and polishing them make each one a work of art. But with this allure comes a need for caution. Fake diamonds are everywhere, and the untrained eye can easily be fooled. That's why it's important to arm oneself with knowledge to ensure that the diamond you're buying is indeed the real deal. In this video, we'll guide you through 5 tried-and-true methods to identify a real diamond, from hardness and heat tests to examining its brilliance, water behavior, and even scrutinizing it under a magnifying glass. Each of these methods will bring us one step closer to confidently identifying a genuine diamond. Now that you know what we'll cover, let's dive right into the first method. The first way to identify a real diamond is through the hardness test. This test is based on the fact that diamonds are the hardest known natural substance on Earth. In fact, they are so hard that only another diamond can scratch them. Imagine you're holding an uncut gemstone, and you're not sure whether it's a diamond or not. The hardness test could help you figure it out. First, find a clean, smooth surface on the gemstone you want to test. Then, take another stone that you know is a diamond. With a bit of pressure, try to scratch the test stone with the known diamond. If you can make a visible scratch, then the stone you're testing is not a diamond. But what if you don't have another diamond? Well, you could also use a piece of corundum or a silicon carbide stone, which are almost as hard as diamonds. But be aware, these stones can scratch other gemstones that are quite hard themselves, like rubies and sapphires. So a positive result doesn't necessarily mean you have a diamond. Now, you might be thinking, won't I damage the diamond by doing this? And you're right to worry. This test should only be used as a last resort because it can damage or even destroy the stone if it's not a diamond. It's also not a definitive test, since a synthetic moissanite, which is almost as hard as a diamond, won't be scratched either. So what does this mean? While the hardness test can provide helpful information, it's not foolproof. It's best used in combination with other tests and techniques for identifying diamonds. And of course, if you have any doubts, it's always a good idea to consult with a professional jeweler or gemologist. In conclusion, the hardness test is a simple yet effective method to distinguish a diamond from other gemstones based on its exceptional hardness. But remember, it's not a standalone test and should be used with caution. Remember, only a real diamond can scratch another diamond. Next up is the heat test. Diamonds are the best friends of not only girls but also of heat. This is due to the fact that diamonds are incredibly good conductors of heat. They transfer heat almost instantaneously, making them highly resistant to heat damage. This attribute forms the basis of our next test, the heat test. Performing the heat test is quite simple. All you need is a source of heat. A lighter or a matchstick will do, and a glass of cold water. Hold the stone in a pair of tweezers or pliers and expose it to the flame for about 40 seconds. Now, this might sound a bit brutal, but don't worry. If it's a real diamond, it won't be harmed. After 40 seconds, quickly drop the stone into the glass of cold water. This rapid change in temperature will cause most materials to expand and contract, leading to cracks or even shattering. But a real diamond? Unfazed. A diamond's robust molecular structure allows it to withstand these thermal shocks without so much as a scratch. However, if the stone cracks or shatters, it's a clear indication that you're dealing with an imposter. Most fake diamonds, like cubic zirconia or glass, are not capable of handling such extreme temperature changes. Remember though, this test should be your last resort, as it can potentially damage or destroy the stone if it's not a real diamond. So if you're unsure about the authenticity of your stone, it's always best to consult a professional gemologist or jeweler. This was all about the heat test, a quick and effective way to determine the authenticity of a diamond. It's based on a diamond's unique ability to withstand and conduct heat, setting it apart from most other gemstones and imitations. The real diamond remains unscathed even after being subjected to extreme heat. Let's move on to the Brilliance Test. Now, this is where things start to get seriously sparkly. The Brilliance Test is all about assessing a diamond's ability to refract light, resulting in a unique and mesmerizing sparkle. This sparkle is not just any sparkle, it's a dazzling array of colors that can light up a room, a phenomenon known as fire in gemological terms. So how do you perform the Brilliance Test? Well, it's quite simple. You just need to hold the diamond under a light source and observe how it interacts with the light. You're looking for a high degree of brightness combined with a lively fire. That means the diamond should not only be bright, but also display a captivating play of colors, especially rainbow colors. Now remember, all diamonds are not created equal. Some may display more fire than others, depending on their quality and cut. But regardless, a real diamond should always exhibit a certain level of brilliance that is unmatched by other gemstones or synthetic substitutes. Be wary though, as there are other stones like cubic zirconia or moissanite that can also sparkle brightly. However, their sparkle is usually more white or glassy and lacks the depth and intensity of a true diamond's fire. Also, bear in mind that this test is more effective in natural light. Artificial lighting can sometimes distort the true brilliance of a diamond, so it's best to observe the stone in daylight if possible. The Brilliance Test is not foolproof, but it's certainly a valuable tool in your diamond identification toolkit. It can help you differentiate a real diamond from an imposter, but remember, it's always best to seek professional help if you're unsure. So next time you find yourself dazzled by a diamond, take a moment to appreciate its brilliance. And remember, a real diamond will light up your room with its sparkle. Another method to identify a real diamond is the water test. This test is based on the principle that diamonds, being one of nature's most dense substances, will sink in water. On the other hand, many diamond imitations, due to their lower density, will either float on the surface or hover in the middle of the glass. To perform the water test, you'll need a glass of water and, of course, the stone you want to test. Simply drop the stone into the water. Be careful not to splash, as this may affect the test results. Now watch closely. If the stone sinks to the bottom, it's likely a real diamond. If it floats or hovers in the middle, it's probably a fake. Remember though that this method is not foolproof. Some fake diamonds may also sink due to their high metal content. A real diamond will sink due to its high density. Last but not least, we have the Magnifying Test. Now, this is a test that requires a bit more scrutiny, but it's worth the effort. For this test, you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, which can give you 10 times the magnification. Start by closely examining the diamond. What we're looking for here are tiny imperfections, also known as inclusions. These are small traces of minerals or slight color changes that often occur naturally during a diamond's formation process. However, it's important to note that a genuine diamond is seldom perfect. In fact, it's these very imperfections that often prove the diamond's authenticity. Synthetic or lab-created diamonds, on the other hand, are often too perfect and lack these natural inclusions. So grab your magnifying tool and get up close and personal with your diamond. Remember, a real diamond is flawless under magnification. Now that we've gone through all the methods, let's summarize. First, we tested the diamond's hardness. Only another diamond can scratch a real one, making this a reliable test. Next, we subjected the diamond to heat. Real diamonds are highly resistant to heat and won't crack when exposed to sudden temperature changes. Thirdly, we examined the brilliance of the diamond. Genuine diamonds have a unique sparkle, reflecting light from every facet. Then we conducted the water test. Diamonds have a high density, causing them to sink in water, while fakes may float or remain suspended. Lastly, we inspected the diamond under a magnifying glass. Real diamonds are typically flawless. Any scratches or blemishes can be a red flag. So there you have it. 5 methods for identifying a real diamond, each focusing on a unique characteristic. Keep in mind though, these tests are not foolproof. Remember, when in doubt, always seek expert help. You now have the knowledge to identify a real diamond. Happy diamond hunting!